If you're a first-time home buyer or just not familiar with the homestead exemption process in Texas, there are a few things you want to make sure you know about so you're not paying too much on your property taxes. So this video will explain the homestead exemption in Texas, what the benefits are to you, and how to avoid being scammed when it comes time to filing your exemption. Stay tuned to learn more. Hi there, this is Jennifer Shannon. I'm a realtor with the Patty Turner Group at Keller Williams. Every year in January, I reach out to my clients who have purchased a home within the last year to remind them that it is now time to file their homestead exemption. First of all, what is a homestead exemption anyway? Well, a homestead exemption is a reduction of your home's value from taxation. For example, if your home is appraised at $100,000 and you qualify for a $25,000 exemption, which is the amount mandated for school districts, you will only pay the school tax portion on the home as if it were valued at $75,000. And from the definition provided by the state comptroller, a homestead can be a separate structure, it can be a condominium, or even a manufactured home located on owned or leased land as long as the individual living in the home owns it. A homestead can include up to 20 acres if the land is owned by the homeowner and used for a purpose related to the residential use of the homestead. Not all homes qualify for this homestead exemption. The home must be the homeowner's principal residence to qualify, and the homeowner must have occupied the residence on January 1 of the tax year. So that's why if you purchased your home in 2021, now is the time to file your homestead exemption so you get that benefit for the 2022 tax year. Now, how much can you get for your homestead exemption? Well, depending on where you live, different taxing entities offer different tax breaks. At a minimum in the state of Texas, the homestead exemption grants you a $25,000 reduction on your property value for the school tax portion of your tax bill. Other taxing districts may offer additional tax breaks, but those are on a case-by-case basis. Another benefit of having a homestead exemption on your home is the wonderful 10% cap on the increase of your appraised value each year. Meaning, if you qualify your homestead for exemptions in the preceding year, the current year's valuation cannot increase more than 10% from last year's. So, if you're taxed at, say, $300,000 last year, the most you can be taxed on this year is $330,000, regardless of the fact prices went up 20, maybe even more percent in your neighborhood. In order to get this $25,000 homestead exemption on your school taxes and the 10% appraised value cap, all you have to do is file an application for a residential homestead exemption. You can find this form on the state comptroller's website, or a lot of local county tax districts allow you to file this form online on their websites. So to find out if your local tax district allows you to do this online, just go to Google and search your county and then the words appraisal district. It should show up in one of the top search results on that first page. So if you're in Dallas County, you would Google Dallas County Appraisal District. Simple as that. And while you're on that website of your local tax district, see what they have for homestead exemptions and see what they say the process is and if you can send the form to them. When all else fails, you can always call your local tax authority and they will give you the instructions on what you need to do to file this exemption. Now, the reason I remind my clients in January about filing this exemption is there is a deadline of April 30th to file your homestead exemption if you want to receive that exemption for that tax year. Now, here is another biggie about homestead exemptions. They are free to file. Unfortunately, there are scammers out there and they get a hold of the sales information on your house and they'll send letters to you at the beginning of the year telling you to pay them a fee to file this homestead exemption for you. They charge a fee, maybe it's around $50 to do this, and it is totally unnecessary. They send a letter in the mail to you. It looks really official, and it does not inform you that this is something that you can easily do for free with your local tax district. So don't fall victim to those scams. Save yourself some money in the short and long term and file your homestead exemption if you haven't already. How do you see if you've already filed your homestead exemption? Well, if you don't already know your appraisal district's website, like I said before, go to Google, search your county, and then add the words appraisal district, and it should be one of those first results on that front page. Click there, go to property search. Type in your address or the owner name, whatever it tells you to type in on that top bar. Now, once your account pulls up, you should see something that says exemptions, or it may even say homestead exemption, or it may have a label that just says HS, which would probably be your homestead exemption. If you're at all confused or just want to double check, I would always call your tax district and see what they have to say. They can check the status for you, and they can verify whether or not you have that homestead exemption, and maybe inform you of other exemptions you might be able to qualify for, like a senior exemption or disabled exemption. So that is all I have for this video, and I hope you have learned a little bit about homestead exemptions in Texas, and that you understand why it is so valuable to get those filed. It can literally save you thousands of dollars each year. And if you have any real estate questions, I would love to be a resource to you. You can contact me directly at 214-803-4444, or you can email me at jshannon@kw.com. Well, that is all I have for this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.